city councilman asked me to come cook a pot of chili. That's 25 gallons. There's 40 pounds of beef, 40 pounds of onions, 40 pounds of beans, 40 pounds of tomatoes, about 25 pounds of green peppers. We've got some jalapenos in there, chili powder, and then the Colonel's secret spices in addition to that. We've served, I believe, about 100 people, and we've got more to go here a little later this afternoon.
My name's Mark Keizur. I'm one of the members of the committee that's putting on this event today. And we appreciate you all being here. We really appreciate the 140 some odd Keizer descendants that are here today to honor us with their presence. Thank you very much. Okay. Great. And we're going to start out. We're going to have a very quick program, and we're going to start out with the Keizer Police Department Honor Guard presenting the colors.
For the ramparts we watch, we're so gallantly screamed.
And so today we look back to where we've come from and why our city is named Keizur. I'm sure that many of the youngsters that are in the group today don't have any idea why we're named Keizur, and today they'll know. We will hear a little bit about our founding father, and we'll have an opportunity to finally see him. He'll be part of our current and future history from this moment forward. My children, your children, and their children will be able to put a face to the name Keizur. And for that, we're thankful to the Keizur citizens who have worked tirelessly to bring this tribute to completion. So let me just tell you who that is. You know, those of you that know Dr. Jerry McGee know Jerry comes up with lots of good ideas, and doggone it if they just don't keep on coming. And this was one of his brainchild ideas, along with June Abbott. Wave, June. June Abbott, who is Lieutenant Colonel June Abbott from the Oregon National Guard. They had a great idea while working on the Keizur Points of Interest Committee, and that idea was to bring a life-size statue of Thomas Dove Keizur riding on a Morgan horse. The reason for the Morgan horse is that's what our founder did for a business. He raised Morgan horses. Additionally, he would be wearing handmade buckskin clothes, and there would be symbols portrayed in the sculpture that would indicate his involvement with the Oregon militia, which eventually became as the Oregon National Guard. It would indicate his journey as an Oregon pioneer in 1843, a two-term legislator, and a big family man. Thomas Dove Keizur had 10 kids. So, Keizur Points of Interest loved that idea. They forwarded it to the Civic Center Task Force, who loved the idea and said, you know, this is such an important memoriam to our founder. Let's put it in the most prominent place that we can think of. And this is the location that we're at today. So from this location, he will end up being our official greeter for the community center, and he'll be our goodwill ambassador. So who are we going to find to make, Keizur, we're not even 30 years old yet. And so we are learning about a lot of things that cities have some past history on. We didn't have any past history. So Jerry McGee and June Abbott's group decided to undertake a United States search for an artist that could fulfill our goal of having a sculpture of our founder. They narrowed a United States search down to 18 people, interviewed 6, and Gareth Curtis quickly came to the top. Gareth, where are you? Are you still awake? Here's the almost dead Gareth Curtis. And he's going to be talking with you later. I just want you to know, he drove in this morning and installed this statue this morning. So that's the reason he looks like he's about to fall over. Right, Gareth? That's why you're holding on to that pole. Okay, so, oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. So let me just say, making sure that I hit all the Thomas Dove Keizer Task Force consisted of Jerry McGee, Mark Callier, heroic efforts. I mean, he got the wagon train. It all started out with, do you think anybody will show up? Why don't we have a little bit of chili, and a Keizer family member or two might come. So let's just start off that way. And now look what this has grown to. So Mark Callier was the chair of that committee. Jackie Moyer was on that committee. Of course, Jerry McGee, Jim Taylor. And together they've put this wonderful event. So I want to thank them as well.
I'd like to introduce Brigadier General Charles Waiarte. Sir, to say a few words about Thomas Dove Keizer and the Oregon National Guard.
Thank you very much. Hey, what a beautiful day. It's not raining. We got tremendous turnout. What a great historic day. It's my honor to be here to commemorate and celebrate Thomas D. Keizer. What a great individual. What a legacy he's left. It is gratifying to see a big part of today is really Oregon history. And it's important. Oregon history is very, very important. And we get to celebrate that today with the unveiling of this statue. We will see a man that has given a lot. It will be a lasting tribute to a man of vision and integrity.
Now I'd like to introduce Kathleen Tom, the Tribal Council of Confederate Tribes of the Grand Round.
Good day. Today is a beautiful day, as the mayor said, and I want to thank you all for being here. This is the ceded lands of the Grand Ronde, as it is from the south shores of Washington and the north shores of California. So welcome here to the ceded lands of Grand Ronde. They touched on ancestors and your past and your history, and so it's a wonderful, heartfelt meaning to me that all of the ancestors of Mr. Keizer are here today. As a tribal member and 4 generations of tribal council of the Grand Ronde, I know what it means to have history and your ancestors and remember them, and to be able to tell your story and to tell your story for future and 7 generations on, because as a tribal person and Indian people, that's what we do. That is our culture. That is our history, and to let people know that.
Representative of all the pioneer families that settled here. Yes, the Pews, they were a great family. The McNairys, the Claggets, the Smarts, the Purries, the Spawns, all these people, all pioneer families. So when I see the statue, I'll see it as representative of all those people. And yes, even the Applegates. Say, I'll tell you, there they are. There's the Applegates. I said something this morning on the tour. The Applegates are always so big. If you look at that bunch there, big guys. But yes, they're also Keizers. But I'll tell you, old Jesse Applegate would be green with envy when he says this. I got a statue. So he would be. But if I know Jesse, he would claim the whole thing as his idea. Mark, I'm going to stop talking because they didn't come here to hear me talk. They want to see what is really under that.
The artist Gareth Curtis come up and say a few words about, not so much about the last few days, but something about the process and what we went through, and what he went through, I should say, to create the statue and what it means.
I'd like to say thank you very much for having me here. It was an honor to do this piece. In every project I do, I get a chance to meet a lot of great people. And this has been a super committee, and I've worked with probably hundreds of people at this point on different projects, but this committee has been really a nice bunch, and I've really enjoyed my time with them, and be sorry for it to end. this is I love creating sculpture, but this has probably been one of my favorite sculptures. You know, Thomas Keizer was an interesting character, but truly I love horses.
So, I'm ready, Gareth. I'm ready. You're the one. Okay, so here we go. You know, someone ought to time this and see how long it takes to unveil a Thomas Dove Keizer. That could be a trivia question for our kids in the years to come. And of course, the back end is the first that we see. I hope that's not representative of Keizer in whole. Isn't this great? Look how tall. And apparently that's going to be able to be climbed. And there we, look, that wasn't that bad. We're almost there. One last little and ta-dam! Woohoo! Now, if that isn't perfect placement of a Goodwill ambassador, I don't know what is. Absolutely perfect, looking over the whole city and our community rooms and all the people that'll visit. It's fantastic.
Hello, everybody. My name is Teddy Keizur. And I am 7 generations from Thomas Dove Keizer. And this is little Lincoln, who just woke up, unfortunately, who is 8 generations from Thomas Dove Keizer. It is a great honor to be asked to represent such a historic and storied family. We come from all types. We have doctors, we have teachers, we have electricians, electrical engineers, we have painters, we have dancers in our family. We even have vagabonds like myself. We also live all around the West Coast and throughout the land. But as varied as we are, and separated through time and distance and the culture of generations, we are all bonded together as part of this heritage, part of this legacy. And everyone who lives in Keizer is also part of that heritage and part of that legacy. And that's why I can say, with one voice of all Keizers, that we thank you, the City of Keizer, for really including us and putting on such a wonderful presentation today.